From BS and Beer Media, it's Top of the Bleachers with Jason and Tucker.
Handoff, Smith coming right, trying to outrun the coverage, makes a cut, gets it. Oh, he's still going. Oh, he's going to score. He's got the five.
Let's see what the guys are talking about today.
Yo. Welcome into the Top of the Bleachers. It is, what is today? January the 6th, 2025. It's a happy Monday, Tuck. What's up, dude?
It's cold. It's
Oh my
cold,
God.
man.
It
I
is
think
cold.
I think our high today was 36. It's cold out, man.
It is. Today, we're going to talk some NFL, some SEC basketball, maybe a little Arkansas, Tennessee recap. Before we do, though, be sure and hit that like and subscribe button for us. We really appreciate that. And be sure and join our Discord. Link is in the description. And before you come hang out with us, I appreciate everybody that's been liking and subscribing and joining and all that stuff. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Tuck, happy Monday, man. And it is cold, bro. It is cold here too.
Yeah, I didn't do much today, man. I worked on my puzzle.
Oh yeah?
Took a nap. Hey, man, I ran into something today doing a puzzle, and this is not interesting. I don't know why I'm bringing it up, but I ran into something that I've never had in a puzzle before. So in the middle of my puzzle, there's this white spot, and everything else is like brown or black. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to start on the white spot and build out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm building this white spot, and it turns out I got two pieces that are exactly the same. Like same markings on them, same everything. So now I'm afraid I'm going to get to the end of the puzzle, and I'm going to be a piece short because I have a double in there. Or as I'm building the puzzle, I'm going to have more doubles. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to finish this puzzle or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of got me hesitant on continuing, to tell you the truth.
Have you ever had extra pieces in one before?
Never.
You had pieces missing?
When I was a kid, there'd always be one piece missing. Dad'd be walking around with it in his pocket because he always wanted to put the last piece in.
That sounds like my dad too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't touch the puzzle this weekend. It's still sitting over there, halfway together.
So I'm gonna get this together as much as I can, and then I might have to, I don't know, figure out who made the puzzle and write them an angry letter or something like that.
Well, maybe there's just two of them in the puzzle.
Maybe I get lucky and I'll have one extra piece, but I'm kind of worried I'm going to get to the end and I'm going to be one piece short because I have, but it's a 1,000-piece puzzle. It's not like when I took it out of the box, I counted the pieces. I just set all the pieces out.
Well, maybe it just goes somewhere else in the puzzle. I mean,
No, nowhere else it could go. It's the exact same piece. You can lay them on top of each other, same spot in the puzzle. There's no way it goes somewhere else. It's uninteresting to anybody listening, but it was frustrating to me. So
I find that very interesting. Like, what the frick is going on with your puzzle?
I know. It's not like puzzles are, relatively cheap. I mean, they're like $15-$16 for a nice puzzle, so
yeah, I'd be kind of ticked if I missing a piece.
We'll get to the end. If I'm missing a piece, there's going to be pictures taken and letters sent. I'm going to be upset.
That would kill some people probably. All right. Well, I didn't do much today. I tried to take down a Christmas light. I did, and then I got to some that were frozen in the ground and couldn't pull them out. So I was like, I don't want to break them. I don't want to break it and then cut my hand because they're like pretty big bulb
Sure.
ones,
Sure.
I was like, and the stem's only about that long, and then it's on a big long thing that's in the ground. I'm like, oh man, yeah, I sure enough would pull my hand right through that. You know what I mean? I can see myself doing that. I'm like, nah, I'm not.
They make these things called gloves.
I had gloves on. I don't. Still don't matter. It don't matter me cutting through my gloves and everything. I see it coming. You gotta, bro. As many times as I've done stuff, I have to learn these things to be more.
Well, there's some things I never learned. Like apparently, matter of fact, Lacey makes fun of me. She says I have no spatial awareness around my head. I have hit my head so many times, like bending over and standing up, or worse, spatial awareness. Like I don't know where my head's at. Apparently,
what's your doctor say? That's very unordinary or very ordinary or whatever that. What?
It was grossly unremarkable.
Yeah, there you go. Grossly
unremarkable, which is a terrible thing to write in somebody's chart.
Your spatial awareness as well. Like, what in the heck, bro?
Yeah, but just around my head, though. It just happened. Like, I smacked my head on everything. So, you think by now I would be like, kind of jumpy.
Yeah.
Now, last night we didn't get any snow or ice like you did, but we had wind come through like a monsoon. And I was going to put the recycling out at the curb. And about the time that I was headed out there, I heard a neighbor's can go down the street. And I was like, okay, I think I'll wait till morning to put that out. I'm not going to put that out right now. And the little terrier was out with me, Dak. And when we came in, I opened up the back door so you could go out in the backyard, and boom, right on top of a rabbit. Had it pinned in the corner. It was screaming. Oh man, was it screaming? It sounded terrible. And he's just on top of it. And then everything goes quiet. And I thought, well, you killed it. Now he ripped the tail off of it. It got away from it, but he got the tail. He got the rabbit tail. I thought it was a rabbit's foot for a minute, but it was a little fuzzy tail. There's a little bare ass bunny running around out there somewhere. Poor fella.
Wow.
His butt's gonna get cold on him.
Dang dog, man. Wow. Mess up that bunny's day, man.
Yeah. He's got a story to tell. He'll be like that bear out of The Great Outdoors that's missing the hide off his bum and off his head. You remember that movie? Dan Aykroyd and John Candy, and they take the kids.
The Great Outdoors.
Yeah. And there's a bear in it. There's a legend about a bald-headed bear or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's a good movie, man.
That is a good one. Anything with John Candy's pretty good.
John Candy had a great career. He really did. For as young as he died, I mean, he was probably in his 50s, but still, that's pretty young to die. He had a extensive movie career.
Yeah, he did. I liked all of his movies. I think they're pretty good.
I don't think there's many I can't think of one I don't like with John Candy in it.
All right. Well,
he even did a rom-com with Ali Sheedy called Only the Lonely. Yeah,
good one.
You like that one? I knew you liked that one.
Good one. All right. Well, this weekend we had some sports stuff happen.
Yeah, you're about to bring the mood down. I'm sitting here smiling, having a good time.
It'll come back up.
You're about to throw up a slide that's going to just piss me off. Go ahead, do it.
Well, I don't even want to now.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Listen, going into this ball game, I really expected the Razorbacks to lose. Okay, I mean, you're playing number 1 Tennessee in Tennessee. What I didn't expect is for them to come out and be so daggum terrible. Like nobody, I guess Wagner had a pretty good ball game, but nobody else showed up to the ball game. And it just
it's ugly when you get out rebounded like that, man. And that one kid had like 18 rebounds or something himself.
Yeah.
And we got one guy trying to rebound and he can't, and nobody else is even trying. It's ridiculous.
I've watched all this stuff about Cal talking about how he wished he'd give him a shoot around, and then they show that he said that a few times, whatever. I was thinking at half, and out on my mail route, I was listening to this on the radio, which is even more terrible than watching it on TV. Okay. But I wonder if a coach ever at halftime has said, y'all don't go to the locker room, grab a basketball and start shooting because y'all can't hit the ocean from the beach. So y'all just stay out here all this half and do nothing but shoot. Okay. I want everybody shooting all over the place. You three guys on the end of the bench, y'all rebound.
Yeah, they just lack of effort, man. Just so much.
That's kind of the impression I got.
I mean, how Theo going to get 6 points? You know what I mean? We go 6 for 13 from the free throw. Like, I sent a thing in the Discord, man. It's like they can't shoot, they can't rebound, they can't do nothing.
No,
couldn't do nothing. So, and Cal was all like, we're either going to learn from this or, you either win or you learn, what he said. So we're going to learn from this, and he's supposed to meet with them, I guess today, Monday, individually, discuss some things. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens on Wednesday when they play Ole Miss.
Well, we got 2 good chances for wins. And I was thinking about this. If you got to go, we were talking the other day about if you go 500 in the SEC, you got a real good shot at making the tourney. So pretty much, if we can just take care of business at home, if we can be a good home team and squeak out a few on the road, we didn't get Tennessee, okay? But if we could win just 1, maybe 2 on the road and take care of business at home, this doesn't give me a lot of confidence, though, going to go into Kentucky.
Okay? Oh, no. Don't give me confidence going anywhere.
Well, I mean, I have seen them play bad this year and turn around and rebound or play a better game the next ball game. So now we give 2 efforts in a row like we did against Tennessee, and I'm going to start getting upset.
It's I'm not overreacting over one game. Okay. So don't take it this way. But at the same time, we got a Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah.
We spent all this money on these players.
Yeah.
You can't not show up.
Well, I don't understand. Like, even if you're not getting paid, even if you don't have a Hall of Fame coach, you're going to play number 1. You're playing number 1 in the nation. Okay. And like I said, I didn't really expect them to win this ball game, but I was hoping more for like a, 5-point ball game, a 3-point ball game, something like that. I wanted us to at least make them nervous. They weren't even freaking nervous in this ball game, man.
No. Look at John L. Davis's stat line, bro.
I know.
Offers. For a long time, he didn't have any stats, and he finally got a rebound. And that's all he got is 1 rebound.
I know what to tell you, brother.
2 rebounds.
We went 6 for 29 from the 3-point line. You just can't do that, dude. Can't do that. And if you are doing that, well, first of all, I know that our 3-point percentage at halftime was not very good either. So why not come out in the second half and attack? But
you tried to tell them that, I think, because they came out and the first couple of times they did, and then
they went right back to doing what they was doing in the first half.
I don't think sometimes they listen. I mean, he's yelling over there and screaming at them to do stuff, and I don't think they listen sometimes. I think they just like, I'm gonna do it this way, and it don't work out, and they have to kind of go through that a few times before they're like, oh, I guess he does know what he's talking about.
It's ball games like this that make me wish that it was pay for play. Like, we cut you your NIL check after every ball game. You know, like y'all didn't get much of a check to this week. Y'all didn't make no money this week.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see what happens. See what happens on Wednesday. The rest of the league played on Saturday as well. There was some really crazy games, man. That Florida-Kentucky game was insane to watch, bro. Back and forth, threes everywhere.
And that's another reason why I'm not going to overreact to this Arkansas-Tennessee game, is because if you look on down the line, I'm sure Oklahoma fans are overreacting to getting their butt whooped by Alabama. I mean, they were undefeated before they got just trounced by Alabama.
Yeah, all these teams.
I'm sure Texas fans are thinking, well, what the heck? We can't even play with the Aggies. You know, people, it's so early in the SEC. This is going to work out. You're going to find out.
Everybody that was supposed to win
pretty much won. Yeah.
Pretty much won. So, I mean, it's not like, there's any surprises here, really. LSU,
Mississippi over no. That's not the one.
Mississippi State, A&M, Kentucky,
all
Alabama, Auburn. Yeah, everybody won.
Everybody won that was supposed to win, except us, of course.
Yeah, well, we weren't.
Well, Florida was ranked higher than Kentucky.
But I don't think they were favored, were they? Maybe
I don't know. It was at Rupp, so probably not.
They probably
were favored.
Yeah. Anyway, there was some good games, and
that was more of what I was hoping for from Arkansas, Tennessee. I was hoping more of a Kentucky, Florida score. 106, 100.
Yeah,
I would have felt a lot better today if we'd have lost by 6 to Tennessee.
Yeah,
so
I know it. And only scored 52. But I mean, if you look at the South Carolina, Georgia. All these teams, Oklahoma, Missouri, everybody lost by like 20.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was some good games on, and it's gonna be some good games all year, man. It's gonna be some good games.
Yeah, our next one's Wednesday at 6:00, I think.
I didn't see the time. Yeah. That sounds about right.
Yes, 6:00, Ole Miss.
Here's your up-to-date net rankings as of the end of yesterday.
Oh, look at there. We lose and move up.
We didn't move up. I heard it was because of Lipscomb. They won again or something and moved up to quad 2 or something. I don't know.
Oh, and since we beat them, that
made us go up.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And because we lost to number 1 Tennessee, it wasn't
so every time we beat a team, okay, especially in non-conference, when we beat a team, well, even in the SEC, when we beat that team, we should root for that team to win more after they lose to us.
Yeah. I guess so, yeah. If we lose to somebody, we should wish for them to lose the rest of the year, probably.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I usually wish for everybody to lose, but now I'm kind of like, well, maybe if they win this one.
No, that's backwards. That's backwards. If we lose to somebody, we want them to win every game so that they're like, yeah, of course we lost to them. They're number 1 or whatever.
Yeah. It's like the NCAA tournament. Whoever puts out Arkansas, I'm like, well, they'll probably win the national championship now.
Yep. Well, anyway, here's your updated SEC net rankings. Not much change at the top there. Even down here. So, and then I don't know if you heard about this Jimmy Butler stuff, man. You heard about this?
Well, I've heard all kinds of stuff. I saw a post that he was going to Phoenix. I saw a post he might be headed to Memphis or somewhere. And then there was a post, oh, no, he's going here. And then he's going there. And then I hear that he might be staying. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I don't know either. I know he's suspended right now. Team issued suspension. He just started the first game of that. I think it was Saturday night. I think he said, Saturday against Utah. This is just so bizarre, man. That I get not wanting to be there anymore, but it seems like there was all these trade rumors way before he ever came out and publicly said anything. You know what I mean?
But
I don't even know the quote. It's
yeah. Well, I think Butler has been talked about being traded from the Heat for like every year that he's been with the Heat. I think rumors come out about Butler being traded or something like that. And I get it. I mean, he wants to go. He's getting toward the end of his career. He wants a championship. He has dragged this team along for the last 2-3 years. I mean, that's pretty much what Jimmy Butler has done. If it wasn't for Jimmy Buckets, Miami would have no postseason play the last few years. He wants to go somewhere where he can win. I don't blame him. You know, I mean, I would want to go somewhere where I didn't have all the burden on my shoulders every freaking ball game too. That's a young man's game. That's not an old man's game.
He said, what do I want to see happen? I want to see me get my joy back from playing basketball, wherever that may be. We'll find out here pretty soon.
Well, I have a couple of, feelings.
Then he went on to say, hang on. He went on to say, I want to get my joy back. I'm happy here off the court, but I want it to be back to somewhere dominant. I hope to help this team win. Right now, I'm doing that. I'm not doing that, he said.
He wants to find his joy in basketball. Well, it comes in that last sentence on your little thing here. $48.8 million, buddy. I'd be finding some joy real quick. I'd be the most joyful guy you ever saw in your life. Okay?
True. This is true, actually.
48.8 million. You can't find your joy. Well,
yeah. Struggling.
I think she works at ESPN. Everybody's been finding her. Ooh, sorry. That was kind of low. I apologize.
Anyway, we'll see what happens with the Jimmy Butler saga. I just wanted your take on that. So, then I saw that the Giants are retaining general manager Joe Schoen and coach Brian DeBall after they went 3-14. And this comes right after their loss to the Eagles on Sunday. And I'm a little bit surprised about this, but at the same time, this was year one of the dude, right? The Joe Schoen.
I don't know if it's year one or not. Giants were despicable this year. I don't feel like it was Brian DeBoll's fault. Not saying that he did anything to fix it or anything like that. I'm not saying that, I figured both these guys would be gone after a 3-14 season, and the way that the New York Giants like to keep their pretty much front office in disarray. I think the Joe Schoen one, I think it surprises me more than the Brian DeBall, because I think DeBall's actually, I don't know. I feel like he's a good coach. He had a crappy quarterback. They traded off his running back. He had one wide receiver that was awesome this year, but no way to get him the football.
Yep.
I mean, what do you want the coach? The coach can't go out there and take the snaps and throw the ball and all that. I mean, it's kind of the Bobby Petrino whole thing. It's like, you can draw up the perfect play, but if people don't execute it, then what good does it do you?
Yeah. True. I'm surprised about this. I thought they'd all get fired.
Yeah, I figured they would clean house, but hey, who knows, man?
Apparently not. So mark this down. Eagles are going to stink again next year, or Giants are going to stink again next year. So
not necessarily.
Yeah, they are.
No, not necessarily. You can do a lot in free agency. You got the draft.
I think they're going to get the number one pick, I believe.
I think they actually screwed themselves. No, that was
let me check.
That was the Patriots. The Patriots had a chance for the number 1 pick, ended up winning their last ball game.
No, those poor saps.
Yeah. They fired their head coach.
Cleveland, Tennessee, Giants are all 3-14. So I don't know how they decide who gets the number 1 pick there.
They don't do the lottery in the NFL, do they?
Well, it comes down to those 3.
That's crazy. Probably some sort of head-to-head or something like that.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I was surprised by this. But I'm not saying they can't. They got the draft. They got free agency. They're going to have to spend some money.
Oh, okay. So here's your pick: Tennessee, Cleveland
gets first pick.
Giants. Yep. Patriots are 4th.
Yeah, they got rid of their head coach too, Mayo.
Yep.
Yeah, they fired him. The guy from Jacksonville, gone. Peterson, he got fired.
Hang on a minute, you're getting ahead of me.
Oh, sorry.
Hey man, what's up? Well, hey man, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Man, we're recommended, bro. I say we're recommended by everybody. What you want to say?
you need to be more careful about who you take recommendations from. That's
you better check your settings, buddy. Anyway, yeah, like you said, Jared Mayo got fired. 1 year.
That
1 year.
That actually might be the first time somebody's ever said to me, "Hey, you were recommended to me." Yeah.
Well, I can't talk about where I've heard that before, but
okay,
I have heard that before. I can't say where though. Anyway, yeah, Mayo got fired after 1 year. We thought this team was going to be okay. And then the wheels fell off and just everything went disarray.
Yeah, they didn't look that bad to start off the season. They weren't winning ball games, but I felt like May was progressing. Kobe Brissett started it off, and he won a couple of ball games, and then they decided to go with May after a couple of losses. And I thought May did okay this year. I mean, he definitely ain't no Bo Nix or what's his name in Washington, Jaden Daniels. But
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix got a little better roster around them too, so that has a lot to do with it. I hope that they haven't ruined this kid. I hope that he ends up being good at some point, because I feel like he's got, he doesn't have the mobility that a lot of these younger quarterbacks have, but he's definitely got that pocket presence, I guess is what they call it. Like, he looks the part, and he might end up being a Daniel Jones. Who knows? Poor Daniel Jones. Well, I say poor. There's nothing poor about that guy. He made his money, but
he may end up in New England next year. Well, Kraft went out here and he all this stuff. Oh yeah, I'm so hard to fire Jared. Oh gosh, I love him. Oh, he's been here forever. Player, blah 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 blah. Unfortunately, the trajectory of our team's performances throughout the season did not ascend as I had hoped.
But this is like his first year, isn't it? Or is it this his second?
This was his first year.
Yeah, this was the first year after Belichick, right? After Belichick leaving.
Yeah.
So what did you expect? Were you like Alabama fans and you just thought the next guy was going to come in and everything? Because Belichick wasn't exactly lighting the world on fire when he left. I mean,
no.
Once Brady decided to go to Tampa Bay, that team just kind of.
Yeah. So anyway, Mayo's gone. Peterson's fired down in Jacksonville.
Yeah, Peterson's got to like hold the record as most fired coach in the NFL because he just keeps getting jobs and keeps getting fired from them. I
I
don't.
know, right? I know. The
And
poor Jags.
he'll probably be the new New York or whoever needs a coach.
Yeah. I know. Isn't it crazy how they do that? Like, why do they do that? Why don't they hire somebody new? You know what I mean? It's like, well, they fired so and so. Let's hire him. Like he just got fired over there. You know?
I feel like it's kind of a good old buddy system. You know, like it depends on what coaching tree you came from and you know where you've been and all this stuff. I'm sure that there are probably 10 or 12 guys in the NFL that have been assistant coaches for 20 something years and would make a great head coach and nobody will even, give them a look.
Yeah. You hear the Bears want to talk to McCarthy. Did you hear that?
No.
Yeah.
They can have him.
They're wanting to talk to him. He says he absolutely wants to be in Dallas next year.
Well, sure. That's great. I mean, go talk to the Bears if you want to.
Bro, you got to look this up. You got to look up this. Jerry Jones was in a TV show.
Yeah, and he talked about his kids working with his kids, and the guys laying in the bed.
Yeah, did you watch that?
Yeah. I've seen that.
That's pretty good. Oh, Jerry gonna win him an award if he ain't careful.
Pretty good actor, but I don't think Jerry was acting. That was a few. That was a few years ago too. Even Jerry looked a little bit younger in that clip, so that was a few years ago. But I don't think he was acting. I think that's Jerry Jones. They said, Jerry, we need you to come in, and we're not even going to write you anything. We want you to write a little thing about working with your family. And Jerry wrote something up, come in and did it, and left.
Well, he was playing himself, so it wasn't that big a stretch.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Still, quite the acting job. I was impressed. So, speaking of impressed and depressed, here's some scores from yesterday's games. Cowboys can't win nothing.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for the Cincinnati Bengals. Feel a little bit bad for them.
Yeah,
they needed Kansas City to win, and they get into the playoffs, and Kansas City decided that they were going to take the whole day off and send out every scrub they ever saw. I didn't even see Patrick Mahomes on the sidelines. Was he even there?
Don't know.
I think him and Kelsey were at a Swiftie concert.
Probably.
I don't know. But from Kansas City's view, okay, and you're in the same division as the Bengals, and the Bengals have given you so much trouble, why wouldn't you want Denver to win and let Denver in and make the Bengals sit at home? So,
yeah.
Not saying that's what they did. I'm just saying that's the way you could kind of look at this situation.
Yeah. The freaking Jets actually beat the Dolphins. Tyreek Hill's talking about how he wants to leave Miami.
Dude, he didn't even play the last series or the last quarter. Somebody went looking for him, and he was like, "No, I'm done. I'm out the door, man. I'll see you later."
That's crazy. That's so crazy. And Aaron Rodgers talking about how he might come back, he might not come back. Nobody knows.
Did you hear the scuttlebutt about Jerry Jones and Cooper Rush? So Cooper Rush didn't play the last ball game. They brought in Trey Lance. And Trey didn't do bad, man. Pretty good ball game. I mean, he ended up losing, but that was because of his defense, not because of him. And so Cooper Rush didn't play. Well, it turns out that if Cooper Rush would have played that ball game, he would have got a snap incentive worth like $250,000 or $500,000. There's been two different reports.
What?
So they confronted Jerry about it after the ball game. Says, did Cooper Rush not play because of his snap incentive? And Jerry automatically went into no. We wanted to get like he already had his answer prepared on this question, So I think he screwed old Cooper Rush out of $250,000.
That's messed up, dude.
That is messed up because Cooper has been a solid backup for us. Now he's not, he's not going to light the world on fire, but he can hold down the fort while somebody gets, back from injury or whatever. And
no way in heck-a-roni I'd stay in Dallas after that if I was Cooper Rush. No way I'd stay there.
And even as a backup, he's still a well sought after backup. I mean, there are plenty of teams out there that would put him on a roster as a backup.
Wow. What a shitty thing to do. That's crazy. That is crazy.
And then Mike Evans, he needed I can't remember. He needed one more catch or so many yards to break a record. And he ended up getting that. I can't remember what the record was. It might have been so many seasons or something like that. I don't remember.
Rodgers got some kind of touchdown record as well.
Yeah, he got his 500th touchdown pass or whatever. It's like, all right, you broke a record. Go home, you old fart.
Well,
Aaron Rodgers should be doing those progressive commercials about how not to turn into your parents. That's what kind of commercials Aaron Rodgers should be doing.
No, if he knew his parents. Anyway, there was a bunch of scrubs on the field everywhere. It was just nobody playing on this game, and it was just I think that's why I couldn't get into it yesterday. I think
I don't blame you. I got home from church and I flipped it on, and the Cowboys were playing. And to be honest with you, I had it on in the background. I wasn't even really watching the game. I was doing other stuff while the game was on, and then I would come through and watch for a little bit. It came down to an exciting game. Washington had to drive the field to win the ball game at the end. They ended up doing it with 1 second left on the clock. So there was but I do have a little bit of a complaint. And since it was the end of the year and the game didn't really matter, it didn't bother me that much. But about halfway through the second quarter, the weather decided to break through because there were some tornadoes in South Arkansas. And when they came back, it was like after halftime in the third quarter, it started up. They were on there forever.
Oh, wow.
And then 2 seconds was left in the ball game, and nothing can happen. I guess we could have returned a kickoff return for a touchdown or something. Well, with 2 seconds left, they go right back to the weather thing, and they're there until the next ball game starts. And I'm like, that gum, guys. I'm glad this wasn't an important game because I would have been losing my freaking mind.
No kidding. That would have been wild. All right. Well, here's all the games and the scores. Sets up the playoffs, man. Start next Saturday.
Yeah, there's going to be some good games in the playoffs, man. I mean, just the first round alone, you got Washington against Tampa Bay. That's going to be a barn burner. I think Green Bay's got to go to Philly. Green Bay has lost their last couple of ball games, but trust me, as a Cowboys fan who has gotten put out the last 2 years by the Green Bay Packers, if you're the Eagles, you better not sleep on them. That's all I'm saying. Do not sleep on Green Bay.
So let's just talk NFC side here for a second.
All right.
So lowest seed that wins will go to Detroit. Who do you think that is?
Wow.
I think it's probably going to be Washington. Wins. Yeah, I'm guessing Washington. That's going to be my pick probably. I think they upset Tampa.
So you've got a situation here where if Philly takes care of business and Tampa takes care of business and the Vikings take care of business, the Vikings and the Vikings would be the lowest seed.
Yep, they would play play
Detroit before the NFC Championship.
Yes,
that is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to go with the Vikings, man. I think the Vikings are your lowest seed that wins. I think the Vikings beat LA. I think Tampa Bay beats Washington, and it could be Green Bay. Okay, it could be Green Bay, but I think Eagles should win that ball.
All right. So your Final Four is Minnesota and Detroit, Tampa and Philly.
Tampa and Philly, yeah.
I think I'm going to go Washington and Detroit. Minnesota, Philly in the second one.
Man.
Yeah.
Man. If I'm Philly, I would much rather face Tampa than face Vikings.
Yeah. All right, on the AFC, this is dude. I looked at this. I'm like, Kansas City is so freaking lucky, dude. They are so freaking lucky, bro. They are. Look at this crap, dude. Look at this. You know who's going to end up playing down here? Let's see. All right, let's just play it out here. Who you think is going to be the lowest seed to win?
It's probably going to be the Texans or the Chargers, man.
I think so too. Probably the Chargers, right?
Yeah,
they've already beat the Chargers twice this year already.
Herbert is a very good quarterback, and Harbaugh knows how to get his team ready and fired up to play. So I think it's either going to be the Chargers or the Texans. But man, that's a tough one to pick. That is a tough one to pick. Like, I think the Bills will smoke the Broncos, and I'm pretty sure Baltimore is going to smoke the Steelers. But I don't know about that Texans-Chargers game, man. That might be the best game out of the AFC first round.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it the same way. I see Baltimore and Buffalo, and then is it gonna come down to Kansas City and Buffalo again?
It's possible, yeah. Yeah.
I'm still rooting for Baltimore. They're my pick at the beginning of the year. I'm hanging in there until they fall out.
Well, they're a 3 seed, man. They're not sitting in a bad spot. They definitely have the toughest road to the championship because Baltimore's they got to beat the Bills, and they're going to have to beat Kansas City.
They got to beat Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Kansas City to get to the Super Bowl. That's crazy.
That's a tough road.
That's tough, man. That is tough. Let's play something crazy here. Say the Broncos win. What happens then? Say the Broncos beat the Bills. So they go to Kansas City then, right?
Yeah, they would go to. They're the 7th seed. They go to Kansas City.
Then you'd have Baltimore. Say Baltimore wins. Say the Texans wins. You have Baltimore and okay.
Yeah.
That sucks. That still sucks.
Yeah. But it'd be better for Baltimore. They could play the Broncos, or they could play the Texans and then play Kansas City.
Yeah.
And Kansas City, it's not, you go back and look at their record this year, like their wins. It's not like they only had a couple of games where they blew anybody out. They played close ball games a lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and to three-peat is something that I know it's something the NFL wants, but it's not something that's easily done.
Let's see here. Let me pull up their games if I can. Full schedule. Here we go. So they beat the Ravens by 7. They beat the Bengals by 1. Falcons 5. Let's see. Any close games here? Denver, they only won by 2. They lost to Buffalo. They only beat Carolina by 3. They only beat the Raiders by 2.
That's what I'm saying. They've been like living on the edge. Like,
yeah. Time's about to run out.
I keep thinking that every week. And I was right picking against them this week, but they played nobody. And that can end up coming back and biting you because as a 1 seed, you're going to get a bye. So it's going to be 3 weeks before Mahomes plays again.
Yeah.
There's a chance every once in a while, a long layoff can actually hurt your team instead of help your team. So, I mean, I would, if I'm the Cowboys going into the playoffs, I want the 1 seed because I want that time off to get healthy. But I've seen before a 1 seed come out and look rusty because they've had so much time off. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I'm probably gonna be rooting for Detroit in this thing.
And I was never good at Roman numerals. What number is this Super Bowl?
I believe that's 59. I believe.
Okay. All right.
I think. You got L for 50.
Yeah.
And then the 1 minus 10.
Okay. I know it had something to do with where they're placed and everything, but I don't remember that crap. That was like 10th grade or something like that. I don't remember.
X is 10. If you go left, it's minus. If you go right, it's plus.
Okay.
There you go. Just like 50 plus 1 plus 10. That makes no sense. It's 50 and then 9.
Okay.
I believe. Listen, let me look it up.
I'm with you, man. I believe you. When it comes to numerology, I do not question you.
Let's see. Oh my gosh.
These are riveting.
Just
riveting.
tell me what. Just, L. It doesn't put it in plain terms. You know what I mean? I said, what? I said, I said, what Super Bowl is next? L1X, 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 L1X. Okay, well, that's great, but what's that mean?
I'm not a Roman, okay? I'm an American. Why do they use Roman numerals? When did that start and why?
I think it's just a, gladiator type thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
59.
Okay.
It is okay. Oh, what? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I see. Okay, yeah, 59. Yep, I calculated it correctly.
Okay.
All right, man. Anything else before we get out of here?
No, we're gonna need to talk about mental health.
Pineapple. No, not pineapple.
Omaha.
Omaha. I could think of the code word.
Pineapple.
That's my code word with my wife. Now everybody knows it.
That's your safe word?
Yeah, that's a safe word for run. Yeah, I'm not safe. Run. Pineapple. I also say pineapple when I have to sneeze.
I don't think that works.
Sometimes it does.
Okay. So we want to talk about your mental health. Apparently there are some people out there that are struggling because they're recommending us to people. All right. So if you know these people, you want to pass on the national hotline 988. They'll talk with you, they'll text with you, video chat with you. They do it in a few different languages. Don't do life alone. Suicide's a real problem. It affects everybody, not just the person that's committing suicide. It affects everybody around that. So if you're struggling with, harmful thoughts or something like that, reach out to somebody. It doesn't have to be 988. It can be a friend, a coworker, your preacher, somebody. Reach out to them, though.
Yes.
And don't forget to join the Discord.
Yeah, join the Discord. Follow us on X. Hit the like and subscribe buttons for us. We appreciate all that stuff, man.
What are we doing? What are we doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I have no idea, bro. What do you want to do?
There's no Monday Night Football tonight.
There is no Monday Night Football.
I don't think that there's any college basketball going on there. Probably
there is, but it's a bunch of
no names. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do tonight, man.
Oh, let me see.
Might have to work on my puzzle or something.
Oh, wow. That's, let's see here. There's no college football.
When is the next round of the playoffs or whatever?
I believe it's Thursday, I want to say. Let me see.
That'd be good. I'm off Thursday.
Thursday, Notre Dame at Penn State, 6:30.
Okay.
Friday, Ohio State at Texas, 6:30.
Okay.
And then Monday, January the 20th is the championship game.
Okay.
So, yeah, pretty wild, man. We could have some, if they ever play them in a cold place, we could have some cold playoff games in the college game, too.
Well, at this point, they're playing everything in bowl games. So what bowl games are left? There's like 3 bowl games left, 3 big. What's the college?
Championship games in Atlanta in the Dome.
Yeah.
So
yeah. They don't make these kids they're paying millions of dollars to go play out in the weather, man. Come on.
I like the weather better, though. It's more fun to watch outside, the grass, and
I think it ought to. Yeah, they should make it a rule. Like every stadium ought to be outdoor, man.
For sure. All right, man. I'm gonna get. I don't know what I'm doing tonight either. I'm gonna go out there and try and get the rest of those Christmas lights if I can. I'm gonna go dig at them a little bit.
All right.
And then I gotta go to bed. Gotta work tomorrow. So
I do have to work tomorrow. It's supposed to be cold tomorrow. So I gotta go root through my dresser and pull out my long underwear and everything and get ready, because a mailman everywhere I go, I got the daggum window down. It's not like you not like you can roll the window up between mailboxes and get warm again. So
yeah.
So I got to pull out all my warm clothing, which I haven't done yet, and find it and get it all together. Might even pull my bibs out. Might wear my bibs to work.
There you go. All right, man. Well, enjoy your evening, and I will catch you tomorrow, man.
All right. Peace, brother.
Peace.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.